Alright, coming in at number 7, and again, I may get some hate mail for this. It's all 3 Spider-Man films. That's right, it's the Spider-Man film series 1, 2, and 3. And I have to say, I actually got to watch all 3 films in the theaters. They're very good, no doubt about it. Yes, there's a 4th one coming out, which is deserving to be out. Um, but yeah, this was a good film franchise so far. I mean, the stories, are so realistic. It makes you think that perhaps there is a real there's a real Spider-Man out there. Makes you think that. I mean, the stories, again, the stories are done so well. The action, the camera work, everything, grade A material. And I really can't say much more about it, except if you have not seen Spider-Man's movies yet, if you have not seen them yet, go and see them. Go and see them. They're not your typical comic book movie where they, fuck up the characters. Excuse my language, where they fuck up the characters. They actually stay true to the origins. They truly do. So if you want a film that's going to really, you want a film series you can really enjoy as a family, or if you're a comic book fan, this is the one to go to. Spider-Man, the film franchise. And that's all I have to say, and that is why Spider-Man is ranked number 7. Because the film series is that good here on the Top 20 Countdown. Alright, coming in at number 6 here on the Top 20 Countdown is possibly the best Disney animated film of all time, Disney's The Lion King. And I'm telling you, if you want an animated film that's not just a musical, but it's a story for everyone, doesn't matter how old you are, and it has messages in it that you wouldn't believe they have in there. If you're a Christianized person, you'll see what I mean. If you're a religious person overall, you'll see what I mean. But overall, this is definitely a good film. I have no idea why I didn't get a Best Picture nomination back in '95, but it should have gotten one. Definitely lives up to the monarchy. It was given the best animated film of all time. I mean, I could tell you honestly from seeing it not once but twice, because I went with my dad. Yes, that's right. My dad wanted to see it twice too. Uh, but I remember the first time I saw it, and that opening began. You saw, the camera going right up the hill, up to Pride Rock. Everybody just started clapping in the theaters as soon as that happened. Everybody just started clapping, standing up and clapping. It was just a great film. It was one of the films that at the end everybody stood up and watched and clapped because they enjoyed it. Great film. I know I say that constantly on this countdown, but it lives. But it is. I mean, it is just a tremendous Disney film. Disney definitely cemented itself as the place for animation at the time with this film. No doubt about it. And if you want to see a good Disney film, really has it all, Lion King is the one to go to. And that is why, and I know I might get some hate mail for this, it is number 6 on the Top 20 Countdown. Alright, at number 5 here on the Top 20 Countdown, and I might get some flack for this, might get some hate mail, I might get people criticizing me for this, but number 5 is The Dark Knight. Now, I know a lot of people might want to rank this a little higher, but from what I saw Doug Walker do, he didn't really rank it higher either. I mean, I think he ranked it like a number 8 or something. But I'm going a little above him and putting it at number 5 because it is a good film. It's a very dark film, very good. Stays true to the dark, dramatic, thrill-like atmosphere that the Batman series is associated with. And overall, I mean, oh my gosh, you want to talk about scenes that even for a comic book movie that make you jump out of your seat, sometimes this will do it. I mean, I remember that there's this one scene, I don't want to spoil it, but there's this one scene where the guy that gets killed on camera is actually put in a bat suit and then hung almost, I don't know how many stories up in the air for the police, outside of a police window. I don't know how many stories up. But that really makes you jump the way the sound, especially if you got surround sound, makes it go. But overall, it is a good film. I mean, If it doesn't get a, I mean, I'm surprised it didn't get a best. I think it did get a best picture nomination. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but it is a good film, and I highly recommend you watch it. Because if they are going to bring out another one, this is the way. This is the first one you want to watch. Yes, there was Batman Begins, and that was a good film, but this one is definitely the one you want to watch if you're getting into the Batman's franchise. Guys, and that is why Dark Knight is number 5 on the top 20 countdown. Alright, at number 4 on the top 20 countdown is all 3 X-Men films. The X-Men film franchise, the X-Men Trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. Definitely a good film franchise. So far they've had one spin-off, which was the Wolverine Origins. They got a sequel to that coming out. They got First Class coming. They got Magneto coming. I think they got a Gambit one in the works. But definitely, if you want to get a start on X-Men, especially if you're into the movies, these are the ones to go with. Because these are good films. Yes, they changed directors in the third film, but overall the tone just stayed the same. Terrific film franchise. Followed a lot of the story arcs, definitely. The first film was sort of like an introduction of how Wolverine got into the X-Men and Rogue got into the X-Men. The sequel definitely continued after that. Showed how Nightcrawler got in, Iceman got in, and Archangel I think got, not Archangel yet, but and definitely set us up for the third film. Because the third film and the second film also followed the kind of gave us a better understanding of where Wolverine came from. And then the third film, like I said, the second film at the end set us up for the third film, which was sort of loosely based off the Dark Phoenix saga, because Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey, was there. And overall, it was definitely a great film franchise. Very fortunate to go see all 3 of them in the theaters. I remember when I went to go see the second one. I saw the second one twice in one day. I was sitting next to this guy, and at the end we both high-fived each other, because when we saw the Phoenix in the water, it's like, oh right, here, oh yeah, here we go, here's what's coming next, but definitely, if you're getting into, again, if you're just getting into the X-Men franchise, you're getting into the film franchise of it with the origins and everything, see these films first. You'll enjoy them. And that is why the X-Men Trilogy film franchise is ranked number 4 on the top 20 countdown. Alright, at number 3, and these next 3 should not be a surprise, but at number 3 here is Transformers, the 2007 live action film. It definitely is a great, I know I say definitely a lot during this countdown. I apologize for that. But overall, this is what a lot of Transformer fans, including myself, had been waiting for a long time. Had been waiting, I think at the time, for about 23 years to see, because, oh my gosh, you talk about, as the old saying goes, patience makes perfect. And, the patience definitely paid off here, and it was perfect all the way, because this film, tremendous, just tremendous. I mean, no doubt about it. Just tremendous. And to me, I think what they were doing was just introducing us to some of the original characters right off the bat. Yeah. And yes, one of the characters that didn't die originally in the cartoon or anything does die in this film. So, but overall, it is definitely, and I know I say overall a lot in this countdown as well, and I apologize for that. But overall, this is a great film. I mean, oh my gosh, if your kids are just getting into Transformers, I highly recommend you showing them this film. It's terrific. And I don't know how much more I could say about it, except go see this film. Rent this, buy this, catch it if it's on HBO, catch it if it comes on Fox. Buy this, watch it, you'll enjoy it. And that's all I have to say. It's Transformers ranks up at number 3 on the top 20 countdown.